frustrating was that?
It was a massively disappointing first 30 minutes really. I think we just started off slow. We started off thinking it was just going to be a game that would just end up getting ourselves into a bit of an arm wrestle, and then we just had no intent and purpose. And what Salford did was they came out and they bashed us, and they knew what they came to do. They ran hard, they tackled hard, they really got stuck into us, and we just didn't respond. We didn't respond quickly enough. By the time we decided to have a bit of a response, we're 18 points down, and that's what the disappointment was. That they rolled us with real physical rugby league, just went over the top of us, and we just didn't respond, which is unlike us. And like I said, just talked to me about some of the stuff we did in the last 15-20 minutes. We got over the line 4 times, just couldn't get the ball down, but we ran out. We just decided to run. We got angry and ran hard. It's not a complicated game, but it took us too long to get to that point, and they were already in the mode where they didn't really have to do much else apart from just kick the ball out and walk to scrums.
You and your captain as well both made a point of saying you think you're probably the best team in this competition. How frustrating is it to that end, and that it's still not guaranteed you're back in Super League with 1 round left? Would you
we'd like to have done a couple, but like I said, to lose our last 2 home games is disappointing for our supporters who've been in our year. We played well last couple of weeks physically. We've handled the intensity. We've been good. I think we came in a little bit too not relaxed. I thought we just didn't handle that intensity from the start. One side really, really wanted this today and put everything into it, and they came away with a win.
You're still confident? The work you've done with some of the points difference in the week before gives you a fair old cushion, doesn't it, going into next week? You're still confident?
And you look at it, it's just we need to get beat by over 100 points, I think, next week. So, but which I'd be very, very surprised if that happened. But that's not the way we wanted to end. I think being in Super League was always the goal, but how we got there was always the manner of that. And that today was just disappointing. Because I think we showed in glimpses as well and practice what we can do. We got bullied today, and that's the disappointing aspect from the team. They bullied us, they stuffed us down, they got away with stuff, but they were physical. We just responded poorly. We didn't. For all we've been really professional the last couple of weeks, I thought we were soft today, and it's not a nice thing to say about your side. And I was proud of the way we responded at times, but we were too far behind. Like I say, we dominated the second half, and it's tough when you, like I say, first 10-15 minutes, the captain gets whacked in the head with one of your main players, and he's a bit groggy. And then you lose him for 10 minutes or for 15 minutes because he's been whacked in the head again. And they played with 12 blokes, but the blokes that left the field weren't that vital to them. A couple of our players were pretty vital.
What's your view of the double red card? Do you think Kevin was sent off for?
I think both of them are just. I think Nick Griffin's tried to rip his ankle off, which is pretty low. He's attacked his leg while he's on the floor. Kev's stood up and said something. He's punched him in the face. It'd be great if Kev could just sit there and just take that, and then hope the referee solves it. But I don't think any of us are made like that. So the referee sends them both off for fighting. He's missed the ankle twist on the floor, and hopefully got some faith in the judiciary to say he's sending off sufficient.
Would you be disappointed if they didn't look at that Josh Griffin thing again then and take action on it?
I'd be there, but they may do. That's usually the way. If something goes on in the game, they usually look at that and don't fast forward that bit. So again, it's hard to pick out, but you know what Josh is doing. He knows Kevin knows what his history is, knows what he's doing. Kev's responded badly because he's got a history in his ankles. But that, it's not that it doesn't go on. It's not that it's just a culmination throughout the game that got to that point where it took us too long, and then that's what it flares up into because the referee doesn't get control quick enough. But ultimately, they bullied us. No, they didn't bully us completely unfairly. they just ran hard and tackled hard. I mean, they came here with a purpose today to go after us, and they won. They did exactly the same thing last time they came here, but we managed to find a way into the game and got them on the back foot and sneak a win. Today we just, no matter how much we tried, like I say, we got over 4 times and had four tries held up. But that was the desire that Salford brought to the game as well. Like I say, they won they deserved to win this game today. That's the top and bottom of it. The way that they played and the tactics that they used justified their means to an end. And they came here to bully us, and they did.
All the promotion talk aside, then how important is it to go out on a high?
It's great for our supporters, for us as a club. We need to end here with a solid performance and a good win. Lee haven't got a lot to play for, I don't think now. I think they can make that £1 million game, and everybody else is just fighting up them for them scraps. And I didn't want us in that position, and we've ended up in that position because, one, we just couldn't get over the trial against OKR again, and two, we got bullied here tonight.
Were all the injuries concussion or concussion related?
Yeah, it was Christine was concussion, Alex, Danny Craven was concussion. It was just, everybody was a bit beaten up today, shall we say.